Hello, I am Wub. I am an employee at A-Strings, but also, as my moonlighting goes, I am a pedal builder and run Ritual Devices guitar effects from my workshop in Treforest in South Wales. Today, I'm going to attempt, after 7 years of professional building and 30 years of non-professional building, to build this Notaklon pedal from JHS. Should we have a look inside? What have we got? Oh, I need to scan that for full instructions, so that's going to be interesting. Right, so we've got our instruction manual. Wow, we've got bits. The most important thing is the goop to cover up our unobtainium diode. Nice knobs, traditional clon style. 15% from JHS, there you go. Don't copy that code. Warranty, fab, right. I have to comment on the packaging being absolutely amazing. They've made it look exactly like a IKEA product, which I think is fantastic. Nice sticker for the back to make it official. And then we're down to the board itself, which looks like snap board. Wow, this is actually out of my comfort zone. I thought I'd be I'd be more familiar with these things, but still, let's go. Let's read the manual. Have I got all of the things? I expect so. I do need a screwdriver and some pliers, so I might have to go and grab some of those from Chrissy Chris out the back. But in the meantime, here we are. That'll do. Just stick it in like that. That's fine. So it looks like all of the parts are board mounted. They look pretty good quality. Quite impressed with that. And on the back we've got things which I can't see because they're too small, but you know, that's fine. They all do a job. Somewhere, down there is my germanium diode corner. So that's the bit that makes the clon so popular. Right, so I'm just going to assume that everything is included in these packages and deal with it just like I do when I go to IKEA and hope that I've got enough dowels to fit my bed together and then end up using a screw anyway. So we're going to turn to the first page of the instruction manual. So, there you go. Don't throw away wrenches. It says snap. Right. So now I need this one. Wow. So I'm guessing that looks like that. So let's go. Oh. There you go. That's one bit gone. We're getting there. So all of these look like they come off these side panels. So I'm just going to assume that's the case and hope that I'm not wrong. Oh, I see. Very clever. The wrenches are actually there. So the wrenches are part of the circuit board itself. Well done, Josh. Well done, Josh Scott. So I'm just going to snap those off. There we are. And then we're left with the, I'm guessing that's your power, your switching and all that jobbies. Right, and then we move on to this bit. Well, do you know what? Just do that. Oh, we don't need pliers when you've got hands of steel. More snapping. Oh. I need to not rush this because it's the sort of thing where I'd snap it and then realise I've done the whole board. Not that I'm not professional when it comes to pedal building, but these things are easily done. Right, okay. Looks like we've snapped off all the things we need to snap off. Then we've got a potentiometers PCB, it's telling me, and a foot switch PCB. Should get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of some of that. That's enough of that. My workshop's always tidy. So we've got our wrenches. Nice. I'm sure they could be used again for something or other, arts and crafts projects. Once the tabs are removed, you'll have 2 wrenches and 2 PCBs. Let's hide the discount code, because if I do want to buy myself an Angry Charlie or something else from JHS, I can use that. Line up notch. Okay, I'm guessing. Line up notch. What does that even mean? I'm not sure what that means there, but we are. Line up notch from the ribbon cable. Got it. So we've got a tiny, tiny little ribbon cable here. So we want it to go that way. Ooh. Pop that in. Job's a good one. I was expecting this to be easier than it is, actually. It's still quite an intensive process. Right, it's telling me now to get the board out. It's actually very easy. I think once you get the hang of it, there's the enclosure. Very nice. Very minimalist, very Scandi. So now I'm apparently going to put the potentiometers and switch board in like so. We've got a selection here. Now this is where anyone who hasn't built pedals before may struggle with different sizes. I can see instantly that they're for my potentiometers. Ooh. And the other nuts and bolts are for what will come in the future. For now, let's pop these on. One. Shouldn't have cut my nails last night. Dos. Dry. And we'll pop the nuts on top of the washers. There we are. And loosely tighten those down, just so if we have made any mistakes, it's not going to be a massive upheaval to take them apart again. Are they going to fit? So now you use the wrenches. This is actually quite clever. Wrenches to tighten those down a bit more. And the benefit of this is you're not going to scratch your enclosure. I mean, you could do this with a pair of pliers, which is probably what I would have done had I not read the manual. But as I have, like a diligent wannabe pedal builder, there you go. Job's a good one. Switch works well in practice. So that's done. Do not over tighten, it says, which is actually always good advice. So we've reached now the heady heights of page 5 of this documentation, and it's time to put the foot switch board in. So we're going to do that now. With the foot switch, you want to put your locking washer down over there that way. Now I'm convinced that these were originally designed as spacers, not washers for the outside, but for this purpose we're going to use it because that's what it says to do. That's a contentious one for pedal builders out there. So we're going to pop the foot switch board in. There you go, job done. With the washer on, we're going to pop the washer on the outside and then tighten that one up. There you go, and it says to use 14 there. It's all really clearly labelled. So job's a good one. So on to page 6. And I've just cut myself on the, there you go, health and safety, JHS. Pop the little washers on the outside. Tighten those up that's for your inputs and outputs on the jacks. Ooh. And it says to use 11, so we're going to do what they say. We're going to do what they say. So we can tighten those up. You don't want to over tighten these because you can strip the threads really easily on this type of jack. But then you don't want to under tighten it either, because then you're going to get looseness. So job's good on that. We are getting there fast and furious. Okay, so now we connect the one board with the foot switch on to the other one just by these quick connector. In it pops. There we are. I think we're really close now. Do not over tighten, it says there. Well done. Now page 8, we're getting really close. Rotate potentiometer fully counterclockwise, so that's what we're going to do. That's all done, and then we're going to get our knobs. Now these are quite nice knobs. They actually feel really good quality. I've had some of these, the cheaper versions before, and they're not quite as, they haven't got the heft to them. I am going to have to go and get another screwdriver for these because I haven't got the right ones, but they will fit on like that. Cheers, Tom. Nice one. So now we're just going to pop our knobs on. Now there are a few ways to do this to line them up straight. I tend to use one, so I line that up with perhaps the end of the volume there, and then tighten, and then everything subsequent from that will line up with that one. There are tools you can buy to line them up if you want it to be more precise. But for this purpose, I think we'll just eyeball it and hope for the best. And one more, final one on there. Is that about right? It'll do. Ooh. Well, the knobs are on. Now we're into goop territory now, which I will do in a sec. First of all, I am going to sign the pedal. So I'm going to put WUB, that's my name, Ritual Devices, X, A strings. And what I like to do on all of my pedals is date them. So I'm thinking it's the 13th today, 13th of the 6th. We're doing it in the UK way. For anyone who is watching in America, 24. So just in case you get confused and think, well, there isn't 13 months in a year. There is in the UK. So we're pretty much done. There's a few extra bits in here. I'm not going to worry. Oh, look, I will tell you, I'll just quickly show you what you get in the packaging. You get a nice JHS pick. I think they use gravity picks, which are kind of cool, especially for those with big fingers. A nice little pin badge. All good. We've also got in here some feet, which I'm not going to stick on at the moment because you may want it on a pedal board or thereabouts. So that is pretty much done, apart from the gooping, which we will go to now. Right, now the bit which has caused so much contention and drama in the pedal industry over the years is the goop. So basically all this is a black substance, sometimes other colours, but generally black, that you cover up all of the work that you don't want anyone to copy. Now, people have x-rayed clones, they've done all sorts of things over the years. But anyway, let's pretend that we've found the diode of dreams, and we're going to use goop to cover over our work just so that no one can copy it and clone it. Here we go, it's coming into the tube there. Oh, there we are. Is this how we want to do it? I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to do it like this anyway. Maybe we're not. No, we're not. We're going to take that tube off and we're going to do it freehand. So I'm just going to pop that over. There's a section there that says goop in the corner where your germanium diodes are. I'm going to slather that in grotty black liquid. There we are. That's possibly the worst goop job I've ever done. Probably because I've never done gooping before. Anyway, that's that. We let that dry now. They suggest 24 hours. It probably won't take that long. So it will now dry out. No one can copy our diodes. It's just a blackened mass that will cover our work. We could cover all of the components in that, and no one would ever be able to repair it. So we're going to leave that to dry, and there it is, Notaklon. It's good fun.